My name is Jan Owen. I'm the CEO of the Foundation for Young Australians. We've had the great privilege of helping run the youth forum that's going on simultaneously as part of the Garma Festival this year and the Yothu Yindi Foundation. Thank you so much, Denise, for inviting us, and Madge for having FYA as part of this incredible opportunity to work with 150 young people from all over Australia. And the legendary, who needs no introduction, Jack Thompson, and I are going to moderate a panel with some 5 of the young people out of the 150 that have been present. And it's actually completely appropriate after seeing that film that we're also going to talk about opportunities and the positive things that our young people are talking about. We haven't rehearsed this clearly, so we're just going to stare at each other meaningfully.
We haven't rehearsed this, and I'm just so blown away by that film.
Yeah, wasn't it great?
Totally blown away. Part of the theme of this year's Garma is building our future. And who more appropriate to talk to about building our future than those who will live that future, these young people, the youth of our country. So we're going to ask these young people some of the questions that we hope they will be able to answer about what they aspire to, what they would want for their future and for the future that we hand to them.
So first of all, we think that we'll get them to introduce themselves to you so that you know who's up on the panel and where they're from, as they're from all parts of Australia. So I'm going to start with Vicky on our far left.
Well, I'm Vicky, as you know, and I'm from Alice Springs.
Welcome, Vicky.
I'm Alex. I'm a local here at Nhulunbuy.
School captain, no less.
I'm Nikki, and I'm from Brisbane.
Before I introduce myself today, I'd like to pay my respects to the elders of this land that we meet upon today. They hold the memories, the tradition and the hope for Indigenous Australia, and I'd like to extend that respect to all Indigenous and non-Indigenous people gathered here today. My name's Angel Owen. I'm a proud bachelor woman from Fraser Island, and I'm living in Agnes Water, Queensland.
Thank you. And somebody who needs no introduction, I think here, Sienna.
Hi, my name is Sienna Stubbs and I go to Nhulunbuy High School.
Can I just say that Sienna has been coming to Garma since you were 2, and finally at year 8 she gets to be in the youth program. That is persistence, I think. So very well deserved. As well, Sienna was in that film, actually, that we just saw, and is a very well-known singer, dancer, and now panellist. So a huge future for Sienna, so it's wonderful. So thank you all for being brave enough to get up here. This is a very friendly audience. Look at them, they're smiling at you. So we're going to have a great conversation. So we asked, as Jack said, these young people to find a part of the theme of Garma this year that really made sense to them, and they said, well, obviously building on our future makes sense for us. And so we said, why don't we break it down a bit, and you tell us, what do you need from our community, from the Australian community and from your own community to build on that future? And secondly, what will you bring? What will you bring to that future? And so we're going to hear from each of the young people just about that. What do they need and what are the things that they're looking for? And then we'll come back in another round and talk about what they bring. So we might start with, is that okay? We're going to start with Alex. Okay, Alex. We're just going to do the first question first. Everyone will have a crack at that.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Alex.
No worries. So this is what the community can do for me as a youth, and I feel like it's what I need personally from the community is just support. And And I find where I live in Nhulunbuy, I definitely get that. It's support because we do have a lot of opportunities. We are very fortunate. We are blessed with a lot of opportunities, and it's just about having the commitment to see them through the end. And that's really tough without support. And we definitely get that support here in Nhulunbuy personally. And it does start from your family. Obviously, your family is always there to support you. But then if you sort of like take it a bit wider than that, our school, very supportive with their teachers. And then even wider than that, we have a lot of programs where people come out and give us support. You know, transitioning for me is going to be a big one from year 12 into university life. And people from all over have come and done workshops and just supported us through that transition period. And I think that as a youth is what we need, is just the support. And it is something we're definitely getting. But you know, there's always room for improvement, and just support really for me is just a really big one. So yeah, that's about it.
Now, Vicky.
Well, I'm the same as Alex. I think the community needs to give support to the younger generation because as a year 12, I find it very hard to have support from school, but with Impact, which is a 3-year program which is based in the NT, encourages me to keep my attendance up and gives me a lot of support and has shaped me as who I am as today. And I think I'd probably struggle a lot with school now if I didn't have the support that I've had from Impact. So, yeah.
I mainly need participation and support because I found that where I come from, not a lot of people participate in the cultural aspects of life, and a part of that's because they don't know what it is, and I think it's mainly support from the teachers and other students who have come with me with Garma to get people to participate in things like this.
I guess being a youth, what I really need from my community is an opportunity. I need that opportunity so I can step up into that leadership role to be able to set an example and to make all the other youth, to really just break that stereotypical image of youth. Yeah.
I think we need the encouragement from our community to get up there and learn and learn. Yeah. Encouragement.
Sienna, why don't we just talk a little bit more about that, because you had some big ideas about what you wanted people to learn. Do you want to talk about that?
I think that it's hard for the Yolngu kids from Yirrkala to go into town and sit in the classroom, and it's like it's their second language, English, so maybe sometimes they don't understand, and maybe if we could change it a little bit and get the Balanda kids to learn on Yolngu country, it would be nice, and because they both learn different ways. Yeah.
So thank you, Sienna. And we asked all of the panellists also what was kind of the issue they're really, passionate about at the moment. So, Angel, do you want to talk about yours?
Yeah. So I guess over the last 2 years, I've really gotten involved in the issue of climate justice, and in particular, letting the youth, the Indigenous, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander youth, to have a voice on that and to take action where it need be, because I feel that not only youth, but in particular Indigenous youth are very underestimated with the power that we do bring and the knowledge that we do hold. So I guess just initiatives like NILA, which is the National Indigenous Youth Leadership Academy run by the Foundation for Young Australians, is a really amazing way to really let Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander young people reach their full potential and just to show them what we got, really.
Thank you. Nikki.
I'm very passionate about the educational side, where I've come here and in the past 3 days I've learnt more about Aboriginal culture than I have in 11 years worth of schooling, and I think that's not very good because it's a big part of who we are as Australians. And what I've learnt so far is so much we need to change to become better as a community. Yeah, that's about it.
Alex?
Just an issue in our community as of recently, a big important issue I think has been mental health. Been touched by a few cases and it really is a saddening thing, and if there was just perhaps a bit more awareness, a bit more education around it, then perhaps some of these things might be preventable, and some people that are struggling might be able to live just a little tiny bit easier.
I guess mine's also education, because I believe that every child should have access to being able to learn and stuff, and just in remote communities like some places don't have that much schools and some can't even get to the schools. So I feel strongly that maybe we should just start building up just around that. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, thank you all. And the second part of the question was, what are you going to bring to the community and to the wider community around your passions and your interests and things that you're going to contribute? Who wants to go first on that one? Sienna.
I like to encourage all the kids in Yirrkala to go to school, because it's just fun to learn, and you can go to places, and I just like to encourage, and I think if we all encourage them, then I think they can get there.
Yeah, sort of just bouncing off what Sienna just said, I guess I bring confidence to my community, and really just a reason to act on issues that are affecting us. I live in a small town where mining is very, very heavily supported, and it's really hard to get my view across and also not step on anybody's toes. And I feel that a lot of the youth in my community are starting to build up the confidence to act on things that they feel are an issue. Yeah.
I'll give back encouragement and participation, as my school's quite big and I can encourage and participate with a lot of other friends in getting your voices out there to us back home, which is quite a while away. And I think between all of us, we can participate and support all of you guys with what you want to achieve.
Oh, it's me. Touching on some great things, and I think, I have to agree with all of you there, but what I want to bring is my enthusiasm. I think, as a young generation, we're very eager, we're very enthusiastic about a lot of things, and I think we have to be enthusiastic in order to take that next step, particularly in community community organisations like our local surf club. A lot of the older guys, they're always the captains of the patrols, and they're starting to hand down roles like this to people like myself and people my age. We're sort of getting there slowly. We're just patrol, we're just the vice captain and then captain. And I think with our new ideas and our enthusiasm, we can really take the next step and progress even further than what they have.
I guess I could bring, just being committed to the community, just saying, instead of just saying stuff and not doing it, just sticking to it, and, just bring myself full, like, so people can access me fully, and just, yeah, commitment. Sorry. Oh, God.
In our discussions, we talked about what these people want, what they hope to bring to their future, and therefore to the future for all of us. And then I offer them this question. If anything was possible, if everything was possible, if you had that magic wand, what would you do? Sienna.
Because Yirrkala and the mining town Nhulunbuy, they're 15 minutes apart, and I think if Nhulunbuy, and because the mine shut down, I think, did it? Yes, it did, and I think we could come together as one, like work together more, like Yirrkala and Nhulunbuy, and learn from each other's cultures and just learn from each other.
Oh, that's a big question. If anything was possible, I guess it would be back to the stereotype of the youth. I'd want to break that down so we can really have the opportunity to show our potential and to work together and to build the future that we want, because really the decisions that are made today impact us and our future and our education and our learning.
I would have to say acceptance that we need to change things from what they are now, and that we all need to accept that we have done some wrong things, but there are some really great things out there, and just, yeah, overall acceptance of the past, present and future.
What I would like to do, if everything was possible, is just really continue what we're doing now. I think there are some really great initiatives out there, and they're really working together with people of different cultures. They're working together with the youth. We're trying to build a future, and I think if we can just really put our support behind these initiatives, that's how we will do that.
If anything was possible, I would like every child to succeed in completing year 12. It may seem easy on the outside, like I thought it was going to be so different, but just getting to year 12, it's just such a huge shock, and just, you know, just every child's to have the best possible future for every child just starts with education.
Thank you. You can see how incredibly fortunate we are to work, and certainly at FYA and our National Indigenous Youth Leadership Academy, we've worked with 150 young change makers, campaigners and budding social entrepreneurs across Australia in the last 3 years, of which some of these people have been part, and then also Impact, which is our year 10, 11 and 12 program across NT that some of the others have been part of. So you can see why it's such a rewarding job and so inspiring that these guys really, really, really want to step up and really want to see things change, and they do make changes, including today. So can I thank each Sienna, Angel, Vicky, Nikki, Alex and Vicky. Please put your hands together for them. They're amazing. Thank you so much. Very good. And Jack Thompson.